Have you ever wondered why most people are right-handed? This question piques the curiosity of many. In fact, it invites us into the fascinating world of hand dominance. Now, hand dominance refers to the preference of one's use of the right hand over the left or vice versa. And it's not just us humans who display this trait. Animals too show a preference for one side over the other. Interestingly, about 90% of people are right-handed. That's a significant majority, isn't it? It's like walking into a room of 100 people and finding that 90 of them prefer to use their right hand for just about everything. It's a prevalent phenomenon, and it's not confined to our species alone. But what exactly determines this preference? Why are some of us right-handed and others left-handed? What's the science behind this intriguing aspect of our behavior? So what makes someone right-handed or left-handed? Let's dive into the science behind it. The answer to why most people are right-handed lies in our brains. This is the realm of brain lateralization, an intriguing aspect of neuroscience that offers some insight into our hand dominance. Brain lateralization refers to the division of mental functions into the left and right hemisphere. Each hemisphere is responsible for different tasks, and thus, they work together to allow us to move, think, and interact with the world around us. Let's dive a bit deeper. The left hemisphere, which controls the right side of the body, is dominant in about 90% of people. This dominance means that the left hemisphere controls vital tasks such as speaking, writing, and of course hand usage. So for most of us, the right hand becomes our dominant hand, the one we use to write, eat, and do most tasks. But what about the remaining 10%? What about our left-handed compatriots? Things get a bit more complex here. In left-handed individuals, the right hemisphere of the brain is often dominant. However, this isn't always the case. In some left-handers, there's no clear dominance between the left and right hemispheres. This lack of a dominant hemisphere is known as mixed-handedness or ambidexterity, and it's not just about which hand you write with. The dominant hemisphere also influences how we process information, how we express emotions, and even our personality traits. These differences in brain structure and function have fascinated scientists and researchers for decades. Why are some people left-handed while most are right-handed? What does this mean for the way they think and act? The study of hand dominance and brain lateralization is an ongoing journey, one that continues to reveal fascinating insights into the human brain and our behavior. But it's important to remember that whether you're left-handed or right-handed, there's no right or wrong way to be. But does this difference in brain structure make left-handers smarter? Well, let's continue our exploration in the next scene to find out. There's a popular belief that left-handers are more intelligent, but is there any truth to this? It's a compelling question, one that has sparked many a debate and even a fair share of scientific research. However, the truth might be less exciting than the legend. Recent studies have not found any significant difference in intelligence quotient, or IQ, between left-handers and right-handers. But before you dismiss the notion entirely, there's a twist. Some research does suggest that left-handers might excel in certain areas. For instance, they often show a heightened sense of spatial awareness and a knack for creativity. However, it's important to note that these findings are not consistent across all studies. So, while it's fascinating to delve into the potential cognitive differences tied to our dominant hand, the evidence so far doesn't support a universal advantage for the left-handers. So, the belief that left-handers are smarter might just be a myth. So, why are most people right-handed? We've journeyed through the fascinating landscape of hand dominance, exploring the science and the myths. We've delved into the concept of brain lateralization, unearthing its role in determining whether you're a righty or a lefty. We've discovered that it's not just humans who show a preference for one hand over the other, but many creatures in the animal kingdom too. We've also debunked the myth that left-handers are inherently smarter than their right-handed counterparts. Intelligence, as we've seen, is not a matter of left or right, but a complex interplay of numerous factors. And yet, despite the strides we've made in understanding, the full story of hand dominance remains elusive, a tantalizing mystery that continues to intrigue scientists around the globe. While we may never fully understand the mysteries of hand dominance, one thing is clear: whether you're right-handed or left-handed, it's all in the brain.